Good morning. Today is the 12th of August, 2026. This is the Defense Force Wars Brief, your daily roundup of the latest defense, intelligence, and international security news. I'm Stuart Webb, and here are today's top stories. President Trump claimed that Iran's negotiators are devious. Again, something that has been said before by the president. Trump stated that he has two options in the war. Just bop along and let Tehran fail economically, or hit them really, really hard. The former Israeli Mossad chief, Yossi Cohen, stated in a forum that Mossad agents toured the Iranian nuclear facility at Fordo many times. Fordo, Isfahan, and Natanz facilities were severely damaged by U.S. strikes during the 12-day war back in June 2025. Iran launched drone and missile strikes on the Kamala and the Kurdistan Democratic Party of Iran in Iraq's Erbil province. Iran fired drones and missiles at the Kamala group yesterday. Before that, there was a 2-week lull in strikes on the Kurdish opposition groups in Iraq. A spokesman for the Iranian armed forces warned that if there is renewed American aggression, all American and non-American energy infrastructure in the region would be at risk of Iranian retaliation. In Yemen, the Houthi rebels launched another ballistic missile strike on the strategic port of Mocha. The Houthi rebels and the Yemeni government have been ramping up attacks this week. Moving on to the Ukraine-Russia war, President Zelensky stated that Ukraine turned over proposals to U.S. negotiators for a plan to end the war with Russia. Zelensky added that the United States can help strengthen Ukraine's defense, first and foremost with air defense, and put pressure on Russia so its plans are different, to prepare for an end of the war rather than prolonging it. Putin declared that there will be retaliation if European countries continue to seize Russian commercial ships. Putin declared that it was piracy and robbery to seize their vessels and sell their property. In July, the European Union adopted a legal mechanism to confiscate and sell Russian oil carried on board Shadow Fleet vessels. President Putin also urged Russian businesses to accelerate the development of advanced technologies. This came as declining state funding and falling patent applications would not create the surge that Russia needs to be more technologically self-sufficient. In Germany, officials were able to extract DNA from the explosive-laden drone which was found next to the Ukrainian Antonov cargo aircraft at Leipzig Halle airport. New CCTV footage shows that the drone deliberately flew towards the Ukrainian cargo aircraft, slammed into the wing, but did not detonate. The DNA matches the arson attack on the 20th of July 2024 on the DHL Logistics Center at Leipzig Airport. The parcel bomb exploded on the ground rather than in the air, only because the DHL cargo plane was delayed. The Democratic Republic of Congo announced that its Ebola death toll has caused 2,011 deaths among 4,381 confirmed cases since it was declared in May. It is believed that the latest Ebola outbreak was zoonosis, the transmission of disease from animal to human, rather than from the previous outbreak. In South Korea, 2 former Chinese military officers have been arrested for allegedly eavesdropping on communications from fighter jets near a South Korean military base and leaking classified material related to South Korean and U.S. military exercises. One of the men, retired from China's People's Liberation Army in 2024, has made frequent visits near the base as part of his hobby to listen to aircraft communications. North Korea launched another ballistic missile this morning off its east coast towards Japan. The launch is a likely response to the announcement of U.S.-South Korean military drills, which will begin on the 17th of August. North Korea also denounced South Korea's efforts to build a nuclear-powered submarine fleet, claiming it was a step towards nuclear armament. North Korea's first Vice Minister of Foreign Affairs, Jang Kum-kol, said it was a further destabilization of the Korean peninsula, and North Korea will need to have a capability to respond with unsurvivable, irrevocable retaliatory strikes would be the most responsible choice for deterring war. Finally, in Afghanistan, the dissident commander in Badakhshan, Jumakun Fateh, called on his fighters and local residents to fight the Taliban, Clashes between Fatah's men and the Taliban commenced on Tuesday night. Heavy fighting continues into Wednesday in several areas of Badakhshan. And that concludes today's Wars Brief. If you found this useful, subscribe so you don't miss the next one. And visit defenseport.com for analysis on these topics and more. And until next time, have a good day.